Hello and Minglaba, I am Henry Zin. Welcome to Myanmar Today, and this is where we take a look at what's happening in Myanmar. Here are the reports from our reporters Akajo on opening of Yangon City Hall to public expected to reduce traffic congestion downtown. Loom got the story on trailing the Splendor at art exhibition to mark the 5th anniversary of UNESCO World Heritage status for few ancient cities. Loom will again give us the detailed report for Real Estate Discount Fair 2019 by ShreMyanmarHouse.com. And lastly, Williamson has the story on Yangon region government to provide low-cost housing for the squatters. Before we get to the report, let's have a quick look at the latest local news from around Myanmar. The fourth batch of Myanmar migrant workers returning from Thailand on their own volition are being scrutinized and welcomed at the border gates from 1st to 3rd of July. With cooperation between the governments of Myanmar and Thailand, 151 Myanmar migrant workers from Nupo refugee camp, 5 from Mela refugee camp, and 1 from Umpiam refugee camp were brought to the Myanmar-Thai Friendship Bridge one Monday. They were warmly accepted by Myanmar officials and transported to Jaulonji camp in Myawaddy. The government officials arranged transportation for the returning Myanmar workers to reach their homes and provided humanitarian and financial assistance for the moment. They will arrange for the workers' household registration Form 10 and verify or issue NRC cards accordingly. In addition, relevant state and region governments have arranged for the returning families to receive education and health-related assistance. The repatriation process continues today with Myanmar migrant workers from Ban Nai Soi and Tham Hin refugee camps arranged to be accepted at Mae Se and Tiki gates respectively. And on the last day of repatriation tomorrow, migrant workers from Mela, Umpian and Mela Un refugee camps will be accepted at Jaulonji camp in Myawaddy. The Ministry of Social Welfare, Relief and Resettlement and Naypyidaw Council organized a meeting with CSOs, humanitarian organizations and local residents to discuss early preventive measures for natural disasters on Monday. Union Minister Dr. Win Myat A, Deputy Minister U So Aung, Naypyidaw Council member U Aung Myat Thon and Lutto representatives attended the meeting held at Zabut Theory Hall. The Union Minister delivered a speech where he said it is necessary for CSOs, relevant organizations and local residents to connect and collaborate together in safeguarding ourselves against natural disasters and threats from climate change. He said National Disaster Management Committee provides continued support and views the investment in public safety as beneficially guaranteed to the people. He also urged everyone to start using the DAN mobile application to be up to date with news on natural disasters. The Ministry of Health and Sports signed an MOU with the Access to Health Fund on Monday on funding for healthcare services in Myanmar. Under the MOU, the Access to Health Fund will provide $215 million grant for healthcare projects in Myanmar for a period of 5 years, 2019 to 2023. The grants will be provided to the MOHS and international non-governmental organizations and for projects in 144 townships of 8 regions and states. Speaking at the signing ceremony at the Kempinski Hotel in Naypyidaw, Union Minister for Health and Sports Dr. Myen Tway said the MOU would be of great assistance in conducting healthcare activities in all parts of Myanmar. He then expressed his gratitude to the main donor countries, the United Kingdom, Sweden and Switzerland, who have contributed to the Access to Health Fund. With the signing of the MOU, the MOHS has received grants for conducting healthcare activities for 2 years. The activities cover implementing the National Healthcare Project, fighting tuberculosis, AIDS and drug abuse, preventing hepatitis, and improving nutrition, maternal, newborn and child health, and reproductive health. That's all with the local news. You're still with me on MI Radio's Myanmar Today, and I believe it's time now for our first report. Yangon City Development Committee, YCDC, held a press meeting at the City Hall where it's headquartered. The press meeting touched on topics including sewage management, air pollution infrastructure, and stray dogs issues. The plan to open the City Hall to the public was one of the topics discussed as well. Akajo has the story.
Yangon City Development Committee (YCDC) told the media that Yangon City Hall will be open to public soon, and the move is expected to reduce the traffic problem for the commuters. That was said at the YCDC press meeting on Monday. The proposal to open this historic place to public has been in limbo since 2015. Dodlai Mo'u, Secretary of YCDC, explains why the City Hall will be open to public. As all the offices and departments who give public service are located here, feedbacks go like many people are coming to this place to get all these services, and that is the cause of the traffic congestion. So to solve this issue, we will move some of our offices, except some symbolic offices, to somewhere else and open this place to public. The Yangon City Hall earned the first blue plaque by Yangon Heritage Trust, and it is also the headquarters of YCDC. YCDC comprised of 20 departments covering the sectors such as veterinary, slaughterhouse, pollution control and cleansing, roads and bridges, buildings, water and sanitation, motor transport and workshop, playgrounds, parks and gardens, city planning and land administration and health, and so on. She also continued to explain how the City Hall can be utilized upon its opening to public.
Public service is not In giving service to 6 to 7 million population in Yangon, this place alone is not enough. So we have another office downtown in 46th Street, and the area around Sule Pagoda and the City Hall itself are supposed to be open to public. While the mayor and other committee members of symbolic departments work here, the City Hall should be open to public for the seminar and occasions. While development partners are urging for the opening, the Chief Minister and Mayor themselves also are willing to do so. Yangon City Development Committee (YCDC) is the administrative body of Yangon, which covers a total area of 306.73 square miles. The City Hall has been the focal point of several major political demonstrations and the site of several bombings. Centrally located in downtown Yangon, it is next to several important landmarks such as Sule Pagoda, Mahabandula Park, High Court, and the main post office. This is Agajo reporting for Myanmar International Radio.
That's a report on opening of Yangon City Hall to public, expected to reduce traffic congestion downtown. We'll be taking a look at the stocks and currency exchange rates in Yangon in a while, but let's check on weather updates now in the three major cities in Myanmar. In Yangon, cloudy and a couple of thunderstorms. The daily outlook is around 30 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 35 degrees Celsius. There's a 57% chance of rain for the day. In Naypyidaw, overcast, occasional rain and a thunderstorm. The daily outlook is around 28 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 34 degrees Celsius. 56% chance of rain for the day. Looking ahead, thunderstorms in the area through Thursday afternoon. In Mandalay, mostly cloudy, a thunderstorm in parts of the area this afternoon. The daily outlook is around 33 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 38 degrees Celsius. 48% chance of rain for the day. Before we move on to stocks and currency exchange rates, let's take a look at the second report for today. Pew Ancient Cities marked the 5th anniversary of the UNESCO World Heritage Site in Myanmar. In order to commemorate the anniversary, the art exhibition with the title Trailing for Splendor, Pew Ancient Cities took place at the National Museum, Yangon on June 28th, last Friday. The ceremony was joined by different embassies from Myanmar and UNESCO Myanmar office. Loom has the story.
Hi there, this is your messenger Loom, greeting from Myanmar Radio. Now I've got a story about Trailing the Splendor art exhibition. The Pew Ancient Cities is one of the first UNESCO heritage sites in Myanmar. The month of June this year marked the 5th anniversary of UNESCO World Heritage status for Pew Ancient Cities.
Mingalaba, my name is Cho Kin Kin. I'm the chair of Culture and Youth Affairs Foundation. And the purpose of this exhibition, titled Trailing the Splendor, Hanlin Beitano Kirtia, came about when we, as Culture and Youth Foundation, we actually take a young generation to the three Pew Ancient Cities so that they will be aware and be able to sustain the heritage, the cultural heritage that we have in Myanmar. And during these excursions, we have painting competition, and we realized that the young budding artists, they did a great job, and it gave me a lot of inspiration to have an art exhibition, a collection of Pew Ancient City.
The Pew Ancient Cities comprise the archaeological remains of a group of city-states founded as part of the southward migration by the Pew people. Their cities of Hanlin, Beitano, and the Kitaya are stretched alongside the Ayeyarwady River. Thus, the art exhibition with the title Trailing the Splendor of the Pew Ancient Cities took place at the National Museum, Yangon. Under the guidance of Myanmar Cultural Heritage Trust, it was mainly organized by Culture and Youth Affairs Foundation with the support of Heritage Trust of Pew Cities. Following the exhibition, the showcase of the renowned 13 Myanmar artists' impression of the Pew Ancient Cities was being displayed. The 13 of them went on the inspirational trip to 3 ancient cities to get inspired. Now, Ms. Min Jong Kim, head of UNESCO Myanmar, expressed that Pew Ancient Cities is one of the first UNESCO heritage sites in Myanmar.
My name is Min Jong Kim, and I am head of the UNESCO Myanmar office. I think they have some beautiful paintings, and some of them really depict very well, I think, the World Heritage Site of the 3 ancient cities of Pew. UNESCO World Heritage Site recognizes the importance of unique cultural heritage values that are considered to be universal. So it's not only important for people of Myanmar, but also for all the people around the world, for all humanity. And Pew Ancient Cities is one of the first UNESCO World Heritage Site in Myanmar. Bagan is now being nominated, and the final decision will be taken in early July. So really, the Pew Ancient Cities nomination was kind of a pioneering effort of the Myanmar government and Myanmar people. And today there are many different paintings by, I think, also some very famous artists of Myanmar, showing the different sites of the three ancient cities. And I think they're incredibly beautiful. I think everyone should come and see this, because I think not everyone has the opportunity to also visit these sites and go to these places. Some, I think Halin and Beitano, they're also quite far and not always very easy to access. So I myself have only been to Sri Kestra, so I really enjoyed being able to also view the sites from Halin and Beitano. So I really urge everyone who's watching this and listening to your radio program to come and enjoy the exhibition while it's going on.
Alright, that's all about the story on the Trailing the Splendor art exhibition. Goodbye, until next story, I am yours, Loom.
That's a report on Trailing the Splendor art exhibition to mark the 5th anniversary of UNESCO World Heritage status for Pew Ancient Cities. Alright, let's now check on the currency rates from Myanmar's central bank. $1 is at 1,513 kyats, 1 Chinese renminbi is at 221 kyats, €1 is at 1,714 kyats, £1 is at 1,912 kyats, 1 Singapore dollar is at 1,117 kyats, 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 366 kyats, 1 Thai baht is at 49 kyats, and the Indian rupee is at 21 kyats. Gold is trading at $1,388. Silver is at $15, and Brent crude oil is at $58. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FMI is at 11,000. MTSH is down 50 at 3,300. MCB is at 7,800. FPB is at 24,000. TMH is down 50 at 2,900. And that's all on currency rates and Yangon Stock Exchange for today. This is Myanmar Today, broadcasting live from Myanmar International Radio. You can visit our website at miradio.com.mm and listen to our radio programs live on the website. Great music, great shows, keeping you entertained. And if you're on FM, catch us on 96.1 FM in Yangon, 96.5 in Mandalay, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. Or better yet, download MI Radio app on both iOS and Android devices, so MI Radio is with you wherever you go. Moving on to third report. SueMyanmarHouse.com celebrated the event related to the real estate in Yangon for the very first time after existing for more than 2 years in the market. The event, with the title Real Estate Discount Fair 2019, took place at Sky Star Hotel Yangon on Saturday.
Hi there, this is your messenger Loom greeting from my radio. The next election in Myanmar is coming up very soon, so many local and foreign investors are very interested in the election, which party will win, and they are very curious about who's going to be the next elected government, because it will greatly affect on the decision-making process of each investor. Mr. Dylan Wang, Investment Director of Amara Bay, Singapore Gold and Paragon Investment Limited, predicted that the real estate market in Myanmar is more likely to go up after the election once the elected government takes the office. The current market of real estate seems to be slow now, but the people of Myanmar's income will be rising soon, so that they will be able to afford buying the housing units.
ကျွန်တော်ဒီပွဲနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးအဓိကကျင်းပတဲ့ရည်ရွယ်ချက်ကတော့ဒီအိမ်ချမ်းမြေဒီရွှေမြန်မာ house ဆိုတဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့ဒီ company လေးစပြီးတော့နာမည်ထိုးဖောက်နိုင်ဖို့ပေါ့နော် Discount Fair 2019အားဖွင့်လှစ်ကြောင်းကြေညာအပ်ပါတယ်ရှင်
In the meantime, many real estate fairs are going on in Yangon. One of them is the Real Estate Discount Fair 2019, organized by SueMyanmarHouse.com. The event took place at Sky Star Hotel on June 29, 2019. Mr. Myoden, Operation Manager of ShreeMyanmarHouse.com, explained more about the fair.
ကျွန်တော်2နှစ်လောက်တော့ရှိပြီခဏဟုတ်ကျွန်တော်ကဒါဟို2နှစ်လောက်တော့ရှိပြီဒီရဲ့မိတ်ဖက်တွေကြာမိတ်ဖက်တော့မဟုတ်ဘူးเนาะကျွန်တော်ရှိမှအများဆုံးဒီ Chinese
He said, it has been 2 years now ShreeMyanmarHouse.com has been existing in the market of Yangon or Myanmar as a whole, and the main clients are from China and other parts of the world. For real estate fair, this is the very first time that they are holding the real estate fair.
Events ပွဲဟိုဘယ်လိုပြောရမလဲဆိုဒီ foreign ပွဲတွေဆိုတော့ဒီအိမ်ချမ်းမင်းနဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့တော့ဒါကကျွန်တော်ပထမဆုံးပဲ
The fair provided 20% discount to all the clients who bought the units at the following Real Estate Discount Fair 2019. Following the fair, many housing projects were displayed, including Golden City, Emerald Bay, the Centra, Yangon City, and more. Now we will find out one of the projects.
Mingalaba, I am Yusana from Yangon City project. This is our location. May I introduce you which our project? Is it within a row and corner of the Parami row? We had the 5 building or the service apartment, and also we had the 2 basement of the shopping center and 3-star hotel, and one of the convention center and one of the bus terminal. So please come to visit our showroom. Yeah, our location is the corner of the Parami row and the Wisayana row, and near the Shrematu bus compound terminal. Thank you very much.
Mr. Myoden, Operation Manager of ShreeMyanmarHouse.com, further said, on behalf of ShreeMyanmarHouse.com, they want everybody who's working with them to be pleased and satisfied with their services.
ဟောအနာဂတ်မှာတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီကုမ္ပဏီနဲ့ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ပေါ့နော်ဒီလာတဲ့ customer တွေကိုပထမရွေးချက်ကစိတ်ချမ်းသာမယ်။နောက်ကျွန်တော်တို့ရှိရလှုပ်လိုက်တဲ့ဒီ data တွေကျွန်တော်တို့ရှိရရပါတဲ့ data တွေတိုက်ခန်းတွေကလုံးဝဟိုပေါ့ဘယ်လိုပြောရမလဲဆိုဟိုအရှုပ်ရှင်းမရှိဟုတ်အဓိကရွေးချက်ကအဲ့တော့ customer တွေကိုစိတ်ချမ်းသာခြင်းနဲ့အဓိကရွေးချက်ပဲဟုတ်
All right, goodbye. Until next story, I am yours, Loon.
That's a report on Real Estate Discount Fair 2019 by ShreeMyanmarHouse.com. Don't go anywhere just yet because we still got one last report for you on Yangon Region government to provide low-cost housing for the squatters. The government is working on improving the industrial zone factories in Myanmar, especially the factories in Hlaintaya Township. But there is an issue with it. The squatters living alongside the sewage area in Hlaintaya Industrial Zone is one of the major issues which hinders the government in its process to clean the sewage for the improvement of the factories. But the region government is planning to build low-cost housing by collaborating with the United Nations and social organizations. This low-cost housing will be the next home for the squatters with smart card provided by the government.
To solve the housing problem of the squatters, the government will provide low-cost housing for the squatters from townships like the Gong Myotit, North, South, East, and Saigon, Shwebida, and Hlaintaya Township. Plan to provide low-cost housing for the squatter is one of the major issues which the government have been looking for the solution. Last year, Upyo Minteng, Yangon Region Chief Minister, stated in a press conference that the government was trying to have a talk with the World Bank and United Nations regarding providing housing for the squatters in Myanmar. Last week in the press conference with the media, Upyo Minteng stated that this low-cost housing will be provided only for the squatters with smart card or registered squatters. There are more than 400,000 registered squatters in Yangon. Now let's hear from Upyo Minteng, Yangon Region Chief Minister.
အဓိကအခက်အခဲဆုံးနဲ့အဓိကဖြေရှင်းရမယ့် issue တစ်ခုရှိပါအဲ့ဒါကတော့စက်မှုစုံတွေထဲမှာကျူးကျော်နေထိုင်နေတဲ့ပြဿနာပဲဖြစ်ပါတယ်။ဘာကြောင့်လဲဆိုစက်မှုစုံမှာရည်ကြီးရေရှာလို့မရရင်ညောင်းတွေကိုရှင်းရမယ်။ မြောင်းတွေထဲမှာအမိုက်တွေကိုပစ်ထားတယ်ဒီအမိုက်တွေကိုဖယ်ရှားရှင်းလင်းဖို့အတွက်ဆိုဒီမြောင်းတွေကိုဖွင့်မယ်ဆိုဒီမြောင်းတွေပေါ်မှာနေတဲ့အိမ်တွေကဖယ်မပေးပါဘူး
In developing industrial zone, there is one problem which is the main challenge, that is squatters, which occupy sewage areas in Hlaing Daya Township. As there is frequent flood along the sewage area in industrial zone in Hlaing Daya, the waste need to be cleaned properly. But as the squatters are occupying these sewage areas, we are finding hard to clean the sewage. Therefore, before we solve sewage problem in industrial zone, first we need to solve squatters problem. So we are working on this issue to solve the problem. We are working on providing accommodation systematically for the squatters in one place. Providing low-cost housing for the squatters is community giving help to another community. For this issue, the regional government is working with the Ministry of Construction and other social organizations to find the land for the construction of low-cost housing for the squatters. ဦးဖြိုးမင်းသိန်း also said that the land used for building low-cost housing will not be given to the squatters. The occupants have no right to sell or rent this government-provided housing. The government-provided low-cost housing will be available for the squatters as long as they are not able to move out on their own. Each housing will cost the government 2.5 million to 3 million kyats, and the government is working to find loans to cover the cost. According to the report at the press conference, the squatters will have option to choose how they want to build their home, and the government will collaborate with them in building their housing. Speaking on recent new policy on electricity bill by the government to collect the electricity bill more from July, let's hear from U Phyo Min Ting.
ဒီပြက်စစ်ဈေးနှုန်းတိုးလာတဲ့ပုံမှာတချို့ကဟိုဈေးနှုန်းတွေကကြီးလာမလားထုတ်ကုန်တွေကပိုကြီးဈေးမြင့်ရမလားဆိုတော့မဟုတ်ပါဘူးကျွန်တော်တို့ကပြက်စစ်ပြီးလုံလောက်မရလို့ထုတ်လုပ်ဈေးကြီးနေတာဖြစ်ပါတယ်။ဘာကြောင့်လဲဆိုကျွန်တော်စက်ရုံလဲနေရက်တော့ကျွန်တော်ချက်ချင်းဒီဇယ်နဲ့ဟောပါဒီဇယ်နဲ့မောင်းလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့
With the increased price on electricity, some people are worried that other products' price may increase as well. But this is not true. To solve electricity shortage, the government increases the price of electricity. If there is electricity cut off, the industries have to run their works with generators. So all these factories keep their own generators due to electricity shortage. Even though we get electricity with low cost, we don't get sufficient electricity, and it gives extra cost to the public. Therefore, if the electricity is provided sufficiently, there is no need of keeping generator or diesel. This is Williamson reporting for MI Radio.
Well, that's all the reports we have for today. Now let's explore a little more around the world to see if there's anything strange or interesting happening around the world. A group of Texas boaters in the Gulf of Mexico captured close-up footage of a water spout that went right over a tanker. Brett Donahoe captured video aboard a boat Saturday evening showing the water spout coming into contact with the water and swirling right over a nearby tanker. A low-pressure system moved through the area during the weekend, causing heavy storms. At least one other water spout was spotted in the Gulf of Mexico on Sunday. In other news, while we're still waiting for the first footage or a trailer, Netflix has taken the reps of its upcoming The Witcher series with a round of photos that show the major cast members in full costume. In a pair of tweets, we got our first looks at Geralt, played by Henry Cavill, Yennefer, played by Anya Chalotra, and Tyri, played by Freya Allen. The shots also came alongside a poster-style image of Geralt facing the horizon with the tagline, "The worst monsters are the ones we create." You'll notice Geralt only has a single sword on his back rather than the two you're likely accustomed to seeing him carry in the video games. That's likely because, as in the books, his second sword is stored on his horse, Roach. The company also revealed the series logline that sheds light on a story direction for the first season, based on a best-selling fantasy series of books. The Witcher is an epic tale of fate and family. A separate image from Henry Cavill's Instagram shows a better look at Geralt from the front, striking a hero pose. Netflix is planning a panel at San Diego Comic-Con on July 19th that will share more details on the series. Well, I guess Mr. Cavill is done doing the job of Superman, the world's savior, and has decided to actually be a monster hunter. But of course, I'm excitedly waiting for the series on Netflix. That's all with the news and reports on Myanmar Today. You can leave your comments and messages on our Facebook posts and catch Myanmar Today on radio from 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m., 1 to 1:30 p.m. and from 7:30 to 8 in the evening, Monday to Friday. Thank you for being with us on MI Radio's Myanmar Today. I am Henry Zin. We'll be right back tomorrow. Have a great day.
MI Radio.